Hello Virgo, my name is Agatha and this is your forecast for February 2017. This is a very general reading. If you like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. This time it's going to be a bit different. It's going to be a goddess reading and I'm going to use the goddesses knowledge cards, and the images were made by Susan Sidon Boulay. And this is going to be beginning of the month, middle of the month, and end of the month. I'm going to show you the 3 images, okay? And I'm going to ask you to pick one of the images to make this reading, Virgo, a little bit more personalized for you, okay? And just pick one image, okay? Okay, let's start. Beginning, middle, and end. Okay, so the images are this one, you see, beginning, the middle, and then the end of the month of February 2017, you see? Pick one, okay? So let's start, Virgo. If you picked the first image, this is for the beginning of the month. This part of the reading is a bit more relevant for you. And what did you pick, Virgo? You picked Athena. You picked Athena, which she's a very smart goddess, and Virgos are very smart as well. So let's begin. So Athena, this is for the beginning of February 2017. Athena is presented by the Greeks as the virgin goddess of war and wisdom. Ooh. I'm getting that maybe some of you are soldiers, okay? You could be a very smart soldier. You could be someone, or if you're not a soldier, you're like you're developing a strategy to conquer something, I would say. So she is the goddess of war and wisdom, a symbol of courage and friendship. She often counsels warriors to gentleness. Also, another thing that I'm getting is maybe some of you are a therapist and your job is to counsel soldiers who are coming back from war. Maybe that's what you do, you know. Maybe you listen to them, you counsel them, you find treatments for them. Athena is especially honored as a goddess of agriculture, the creator of the olive tree. Portuguese are insane about olive oil, okay? This is like our favorite oil. We are nuts about olive oil. If there's no olive oil in the house, it's almost impossible to eat, okay? So she is the creator of the olive tree, the flute, the ship, goldsmithing. Oh my God, she created a lot of things. And shoemaking. This is amazing, shoemaking. So maybe some of you are buying shoes. And the goddess who introduced the yoke for the oxen and the bridle for the horse. She is a patron of all useful and elegant arts. In Greek mythology, Athena is said to have breathed soul into the man created by Prometheus, and to have helped Prometheus steal fire from the heavens to give to men. I had no idea about this. Ooh, she was sneaky. So I thought it was just Prometheus or Prometheus. How do you say this? Prometheus. But apparently he had the help of Athena. Athena is a wonderful affirmation that there are no limits to what a woman can do with her intellect and creative ability. So you're using your mind, you're using your strategy. You are putting that into work in the beginning of February 2017 because you want something. I don't know what it is. It could be advancement in your workplace. It could be something to do with your personal relationships. But you're using your wit, your mind, your intellect, and your creative ability to get what you want. In the middle of the month, Virgo, if you pick this image, this part of the reading is a bit more relevant for you. And what did you pick? You picked Selene. And who is Selene? Selene is the queen of the star-lit heavens, is the ancient Greek goddess of the moon. A lot of Greek goddesses. And this deck has many different goddesses from all over the world, and in Virgo you are getting the Greek ones. She carries the moon across the sky in a white chariot, driven by winged horses or bulls. She is the totality of the moon, with its waxing into fullness and waning into darkness. So I would say that you can express yourself, at least in the middle of the month of February 2017. You have the ability to express the totality of who you are, Virgo. Selene fell in love with a mortal, Endymion. Endymion, you see her here? She's embracing Endymion. This is Endymion. When she descended to the earth to join Endymion, he fell into a deep sleep from which he never awoke. Selene continued to visit him nightly. This is kind of different from... It's different but the same. There's this myth with Psyche. And Psyche came out for the for Leos, and Psyche, she was visited every night by her husband, who is Eros, but she was very much awake and he was very much awake. And this is differently. She, the goddess, Selene, the goddess, visits every night. She visits Endymion, who is asleep. This is interesting. In later Greek mythology, Selene represented the full moon, while Artemis represented the crescent or waxing moon, and Hecate the waning and dark moon. Hence, Selene is Selene is Phoebe, which means bright and shining. She is traditionally represented with the crescent moon as a diadem. I don't know if, yes, you can see it. You can see the crescent, you see? You see the diadem here on top of her head. Selene represents the fullness of life, incorporating all phases of light and darkness in her shining. To me, it's like you're shining brightly, but in a way that not a lot of people can see. Only if they're looking at you, they'll see that you're shining. You're shining with wit and intelligence, like Athena, you know. Also, because she fell in love with Endymion, who fell into a deep sleep, maybe some of you Virgos, maybe you are in love with someone, with a guy who's asleep. Not literally asleep, okay, it could be, I just got, a coma or something like that. But no, I'm not saying that. It could be for some of you, I hope not, that no one is in a coma, but it's like a guy who's fully awake, but he's not really awake, he's asleep. You understand this? And you're trying your best to be with him, but some part of him is not fully awake yet. Okay, does that make any type of sense to you? And then at the end of the month, Virgo, this part of the reading is a bit more relevant if you pick this image. Can you see it? You see it? And what did you pick? You picked Gaia. You picked Gaia. Gaia existed before everything. She existed before time. Gaia, the eternal, prehistoric Earth Mother Goddess. This was like our first goddess. The goddess of our ancestors. Okay? The goddess whom they worshipped. She is fertility, incarnate, moist, mysterious, and strong. She is life, energy itself. Everything that lives, breathing or not, overflows with her energy. She is the earth and all the powers of the earth. Oh my God, this tells me that you'll be extremely powerful in your own right, Virgo, at the end of the month. I mean, you're using your wit in the beginning. You're very smart. In the middle of the month, you're still doing the things that you need to do, but you're there for your significant other, for your partner. It could be a guy, but not necessarily. Even though this person, isn't fully awake, and I'm speaking in a metaphor, you are there for him or for her, okay? And then at the end of the month, you are in connection with your full power. You are a powerful person, a powerful human being, okay? It's like you're not denying any part of yourself. You're not denying, you are fully yourself in all that is you. You're not hiding. I mean, you're not showing it. You might not be showing it, but you are fully whom you are. You understand this? I hope I'm making myself understood. You're not ashamed of who you are. You're not hiding who you are. She is the earth and all powers of the earth. Gaia is not always a counseling goddess, standing for life and generation without thought of consequence. She has an energy and a power that must be approached carefully. This is interesting. All bodies eventually return to her into the black, fertile earth to be devoured and to receive her life to live again. So maybe something in your life is exiting. Maybe a part of your life is done. Something in your life is done and you are advancing to a new phase. And maybe in the beginning of the month you were already, in a very intelligent way, you were already preparing for it, for this new part of your life. As a goddess of the soul, Gaia reminds us that the soul develops in dark places. So this also tells me that you need solitude. At least at the end of the month you'll be needing solitude. So to be more in connection with yourself, with your own soul, with your own spirit. So the soul develops in dark places, in that ultimately soul must be rooted in body in earth. She is a reminder that we must ground ourselves in the reality of nature and incorporate all sides of ourselves, to be they pleasant or unpleasant, light or dark. You're not hiding who you are. That's what I'm getting. You are fully yourself. You're not hiding who you are. You are there for others. You are present for others. You are present for a man in your life who is asleep, who's not fully awake. But this does not prevent you from being who you are, whom you truly are. And you feel no need to hide your smarts and the totality of your being. Even if it's not nice, the good part and the bad part, quote unquote, you're fully yourself with no shame. Okay? And that's it, Virgo. This is the reading that I have for you. It's a goddess reading for February 2017. This is a very general reading. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to dunyazade@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you.